Today we have a '03 Nissan Pathfinder with a V6 with 3500 engine. So guys, today what I'm gonna do to this truck is a SUV. Okay, I'm gonna do valve cover gasket. Okay, so for people who never done valve cover gasket in this vehicle, if it's your first time, you're welcome with me, and I'm gonna show you all what you need to remove, compound you need to remove, so you can get the valve cover gasket done. Okay, first of all guys, you see this right here, this cover right here, this cover have some 10 bolt you need to remove. I think it's 1 2 right there you have to remove. Okay guys, so when you remove this, and then you're gonna have the intake manifold that carrying some 12 and some 10, you know. So the best way to do it, you see this compound, I will just take out that 10 right there, move this hose right there, take out those 210, take out that connector right there, and shift it to the side. You know, when I do that, I move it out of my way. And the back, I have a hose right there. You're gonna move that hose. So the next step, you see this rubber right here, that's for the intake filter. You gotta remove this right there. I think is a 8. You gotta remove it from there, and also remove it from there. So when you remove it from there and there and right there, this is a clip. You might just pull the clip off, and you pull this out. And over here we have some hoses, you know, around some connectors here and there. And you check around the back, some connectors also. Always see like wires that are around, and the compound need to remove. You gotta remove them. All right guys, and the hoses, you gotta make sure you remove everything that are around the intake to get to the valve cover, because the reason how the Nissan build those engines, they build them some kind of way. If you're not a mechanic, I don't think you can really tamper with them. But if you have an idea about cars, you probably can do it. But the fact that I will not tell somebody to mess with something like that if you don't know what you're doing, because when you get down there, you're gonna have 6 coil pack, you know, with 3 on the side, 3 on the side. You know, you gotta make sure that when you pull those coil pack, where those coil pack going. You know, for some people that don't know, you can max things before you pull them. Say that this engine is a V6. From the American engine, you know, it's different from the Japanese engine. Okay, so you know that our this is a V6 right now. If it was American, you know, the number one piston will be to the front from American vehicles. But for the Japanese, we'll say a number one should be starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if I'm not wrong on that. But I can also look up the diagram to confirm, to tell you guys how it is. But it might be the same thing like the American too. It might start to the front. I never know, guys. But to be confirmed, me, I don't see things just to say it. I like to do research too, because sometimes you might say something, it's not right. You know what I mean? I will look up the diagram and then see how the diagram go, where the number one fall. But for me, I be doing this for a long time. It don't really bother me. I don't have to max those coil pack to know where they going, where they belong, because I've been doing it for too long, and I knew boom, 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 bam, bam, bam. How I take it off is how I put it back, and so as I said, that's how it goes. You know what I mean? And this truck is a nice truck, believe me. It have a cool AC, you know, with 4x4. It's a very nice Nissan. a Nissan Pathfinder, guys. Back in the day, I remember when I was growing up, you know, and I used to see a Nissan Pathfinder. I used to think that the people have a lot of money, you know. But and literally that you see have some nice wheels too. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull those wheels, pin those calipers, you know, make she look so nice and cute, you know. That's in the back of it. There's some nice lights, you know. You can see the Pathfinder sign right there. It's a very nice. It come with a glass window to the back. Right here, to have a dent. Also have to give it some heat and push it back. Because for plastic, it better you hit the plastic with some fire and then push it back. And then when you push it back, then you can do body work. Okay, like I say, the vehicle has some nice wheels, nice tires, very nice looking car, you know. The inside is pretty nice looking too. Only the seat that have some little train in there is the driver's side, because you know the drivers are always the one that get all the beat up and things. But so far so good. The back seat is pretty nice, leather for a 03. Sunroof also working. This SUV is really nice, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice truck for somebody who don't have a vehicle. Like for me back home, I don't lie, guys. When you have something like that back home, it's very mean a lot. Because where I live, I don't live in the city. I live like 25 minutes to 30 minutes away from the city. Maybe less, you know, maybe less than that. With a 4x4 like this, you know, you have a great vehicle and it will take you wherever, whenever you want to go, as long as you take good care of it. That's what's matter. Okay, take good care of it and it will serve the purpose, guys. So you guys stay tuned with me as I'm about to take the car apart so I can get the valve cover gasket done. And if anybody there for the first time, I want you guys to subscribe to the channel, like, share the video with a friend, you know, with your family, you know, enjoy. Please watch the video from the start to the end, because it will help me, guys, to move on forward. And please, I need you guys to help me with the subscribing, because some people might watch the video, they don't subscribe, you know. But if you subscribe to the video, to the channel, and then you watch the video, the full video, it helped me to keep motivated and to create more video like this for you guys. Okay, so as I'm gonna start taking pictures and more video to show you guys how everything goes. Okay, thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. All right, guys, this is part 2. Okay, as you guys can see, I'm closer to where I was earlier. You see, right now I can see the valve cover gasket and the driver's side. You see how bad that thing was leaking to the exhaust, straight to the exhaust, you know, straight to the exhaust. But you see, all those wires have to be disconnected. What I was telling you guys, very careful when you pulling up the intake, because under the intake manifold, the top one, you have a hose. It's a water hose for the throttle body, to cool down the throttle body. It carry 2 hoses. You have one hose right there. This is one right there for the throttle body, to cool down the throttle body, and the hose come from the heater hose that going around. And the other one right there also cool down the throttle body, guys. You know what I mean? So you guys have to be very careful, very careful when you pull in those intake, so you don't break no hoses. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, guys, You see, it still have holes all underneath, wire pass underneath, you know. That's another hose right there. See, that's another hose right there where my finger is, that I have to pull off very carefully. So make sure that I don't break nothing. So far so good. We've been successful so far. Nothing broke. Nothing broke. So, and this side right there, you're gonna make sure you cover your intake whenever you pull the top intake, because you don't want no debris, nothing go inside your intake. And I have to disconnect those harness. I have 2 more bolts right there to pull to disconnect the harness away from the intake manifold. And I have a sensor right there. You see it is a blue sensor right there. All I have to do is just disconnect it and pull it with the intake. So it's a 12, I think it's back there, but I rather pull it with the intake and to secure, make sure everything come out right. So guys, when you pull up the top intake, right here you have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Yeah, should be 4 more bolt right there. 4 more bolt right down there somewhere in the back. You just have to find out where it is. I can't really see it in the camera, but look it right there. Look it right there, guys. Where my finger is right here, it have another bolt right there. See it right there. So all that I have to pull, they are 12 also have to pull, and make sure that no hoses connecting to the intake, because this Nissan, guys, they're not easy, man. I don't know why Nissan build those cars so restricted and so difficult to work on. This is why people don't really tamper with those cars, because they got so much little hoses, so much little vacuum here and there, you know what I mean? Too much like a nonsense. But guess what? This is why I get it for the price I get it, guys. Because the people who had it, they didn't want to tamper with it. They didn't want to deal with that headache, you know? But, you know, we as a Caribbean mechanic, we never back down for nothing. We'll get it done right and for all, you know what I mean? So guys, wish me good luck, because I'm on the way, and let's continue to the journey, to get the journey done, to do the valve cover gasket. Make sure we seal it right and once and for all, so that problem should not repeat itself to the next owner. Okay, because when the next owner bought this vehicle, I know for sure they're gonna be running this vehicle for a while before they have valve cover gasket issue. They might have oil leaking somewhere else, but guess what? Not in the valve cover gasket. So guys, stay tuned and like, share, and comment. For people that just joined to the channel, please subscribe, guys. Watch the full video, guys, to understand the beginning. Only, guys, make sure all you disconnect the battery, because I didn't mention it in my first video, guys. So make sure you guys disconnect the battery. Rather you just disconnect the negative or the positive, whatever you feel like, as long as you disconnect the battery, because you're gonna disconnect wires, so you don't have any code and memory showing and what's gonna happen, guys. All right, so stay tuned, guys. Let's get to it. All right, see you guys in the next episode. I'm gonna start pulling things apart, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, guys, I finally moved the third intake, the second intake, I mean, not the third intake, the second intake, because we have intake number 1, the top one, and intake number 2. So now you guys, you can see the valve cover gasket. You see what it is? And I don't know what Nissan was thinking. Nissan always make that dumb mistake. Why? The reason why you build a plastic valve cover gasket. Why? So they can always get money from people. Like, guys, you see, this is not that easy. It's not easy, guys. Like, if somebody don't know anything about mechanic, don't tamper with this vehicle, because you got to know what you're doing. Like you see right now, They have the pizza hose right there, and they have PCV valve right here that connect to this, and they have another PCV valve right here. Okay, so and Marie was pulling the PCV, you know, them, you know, those rubbers, they really dry, rotten. But guess what, guys? You see this piece broke, which I'm gonna replace it. This is a rubber right now. I'm gonna replace the whole rubber, the whole hose. And you see, this right here is the challenge, guys. You see the PCV, they take the PCV and make a U of the PCV, which means it connect from that side right there and to this side right there, and they pass the pizza hose right there to go there. Guys, you see that pizza hose right there? That's a piece of rock. Anything I do wrong, that hose gonna be broke. Which that I'm gonna try my best as smooth as I can, make sure that thing no broke. You see, guys, I was telling you guys, you see, number one is to the front on the driver's side. You see it go 1, and right here you see they have numbers on the, and you have number 1, 2, and we have 3, 4. Let me start say it right for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You understand? This is what the coil pack, you know, going in this Nissan. So you see, like some American vehicle, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and coming that way, like some Ford. But this guy, you gotta get your number 1 and your right hand side for the front of the vehicle. That's number 1 piston over here. That's what the diagram go, guys. Number 1 over here, number 2 over here on the driver's side, number 3 in the middle on the passenger side, number 4 in the driver's side in the middle, number 5 all the way back, and number 6 all the way back, guys. Okay, so for people that don't know the diagram of the Nissan, this is how it goes. So those are timing chain, guys. You know, it's big man toy. So if a man you don't know what you're doing, you're not sure, do not tamper with this vehicle, because you're gonna break it to destroy it. You know, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna to break it, I'm gonna to fix it. So I didn't make it. If I break it, I will fix it. That's the way it goes, guys. You know, so right now the next step is to shift all those little wires, pin for the harness that they have around the valve cover, and we have some tins around the valve cover, and all those hoses, everything that around the valve cover. The coil pack, we gotta move the coil pack to the side. I'm not gonna disconnect them. I'm just gonna pull the whole coil pack with the wire and just shift it to the side. And this side, I'm gonna do the same thing. Pull it up, shift it to the side, and pull the intake. Remove all those little connectors that plug in for the injectors. And the most things that I worry about is this piece of pipe right there. But guys, I'm gonna do my best. Try to not break the PCV either. I rather the pipe broke. If the pipe broke, I can replace it, put a connector in the middle, and then put 2 pieces of pipe. But I'm gonna try my best not to break it, because it is hard like a piece of rock. Anything you do stupid, this thing will break. You know what I mean? Watch those little holes I'm talking about. You see them? These things so terrible. I don't get why Nissan had to put so much little. I think it's only Nissan in the USA they build like that. Because I used to work in Japanese vehicle back home. I never see so much little stupid holes like that. You know? I think the real Japanese car don't have all those little stupid little crap all there. Those they build in the USA or Canada, they're the one with all this junk, you know, for safety, blah, 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 emission, whatever the crap they're doing. But guys, so far so good. We're gonna get to it and get it done. See you guys in the next episode. I think that's part 3. So in part 4, I'll be pulling the valve cover gasket them off. Okay, stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, as you guys can see, right, let me take the light so the light don't be showing. You see, I pulled the side right down, turn this way, you guys can see it, right? I pulled the side right down. You see, the valve cover gasket is out, guys. And this side was the pain in the butt. I'm gonna explain to you guys, right? They have this bracket right here that bolt onto the intake. This bracket is a pain in the ass, guys. I don't know about that because they bolt onto the head and there's no space to get back there to get to this bracket. You see right now, the way it is, I could cut it properly, but I have the coolant sensor that behind there, so I cannot get to it, and I don't want to try to do anything to try to cut something and then get myself in more problem. But I managed to get it out without breaking nothing, guys. But I had to cut this right here because I don't think I'm gonna need that bracket to hold the intake no more. You know, I don't know what Nissan was thinking and what they was thinking, my friend, but I get it out. So now I'm gonna go to the store to find out if they have the valve cover gasket. At the meantime, I'm gonna put some cloth over them to cover the head, just to make sure nothing go inside there for the time I left. You know what I mean, guys? So stay tuned. Take it apart is always the hardest part, guys. Put it back together, always easy. So I'll show you guys how it goes. I'm gonna show you guys all the parts. This is the valve covers. You see the hose I was talking about? You see what happened? This hose ended up, like I say, dry. It's a dry hose. Ended up crack, you know, but it don't burst, it crack. Which I'm gonna try to do something for it. Try to cut it off, put another piece of hose with an adapter and make it work. I'm gonna make it work anyway, anyhow, guys, because I don't know what they was thinking to put a piece of hose between those two PCV valve. That's really dumb, you know. And I do the valve cover gasket and the car and the van. It never seemed that hard, you know. But on the SUV, I never done it before. So in the car, it's not that easy, but I done it before. I done it in the van too. It's the same V6, excuse me, engine. So I don't know what was the issue about the SUV. But guys, this is the intake. That's the bottom intake. When you pull off the bottom intake, I'm gonna clean everything, make sure everything nice and clean. And I'm gonna show you guys in the back where I have all the other parts in the back, or everything look like in the back, guys. Okay, this is the back. That's the upper intake, and that's the manifold. That's the manifold, and that's the cover. But guys, if you don't know, don't tamper with this car, guys. If you're not a mechanic, take it to a mechanic, because this car right here, nah, this car is not a joke. You know what I mean? So far so good, guys. Stay tuned. I'm gonna go into the store and get the parts so I can get the car going. So if I finish the valve cover gasket, then I know I'm done with that problem.